the Great Northwoods. For people not from the northeastern United States, this region might not be very familiar. In its essence, the Great Northwoods is basically the northern regions of the upper states of New England along the Canadian border, being Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Upstate New York is sometimes considered part of the Great Northwoods, but nobody in New England really likes New York, so they're not included. In Vermont, it's referred to as the Northeast Kingdom, while in New Hampshire, it's called the Great Northwoods Region, and in Maine, simply as the Maine Northwoods. Collectively, these areas are almost identical, being very rural, mostly forested, and sparsely populated. This area has traditionally been dominated by the logging industry, hunting, fishing, snowmobiling, and all sorts of outdoor activities. In many places in the Great Northwoods, you're more likely to see a moose than a person. In October, myself and a group of friends went on a journey across the Great Northwoods. Hopefully it's not too windy. You might be able to see some snow on the peaks behind me there, but we're starting our epic northern New England Great Northwoods road trip, camping trip in the next few days. We're going to be hitting some of the coolest spots here in both Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So Vermont's Northeast Kingdom, Great Northwoods region of New Hampshire, and the hills of Western Maine, hills and mountains of Western Maine. Hitting some great spots, about 3 nights of camping, hiking, exploring. Take you guys and I'll show you guys some of the best spots up here, in my opinion, as somebody who's kind of grown up in this area. Some of the best and cool places to go check out. The first place we would visit is the abandoned North Concord Air Force Radar Station in Vermont's Northeast Kingdom. A few months back, I made a very in-depth film about this radar base as part of my Strange Places series on the Small Town Monsters channel, highlighting its history and possible connection to the infamous Betty and Barney Hill abduction story. So check that out if you want to learn more about the base. Before heading to the location itself, along the way we first stopped near Franconia Notch, New Hampshire, where the abduction was alleged to have taken place in 1961. So this is cool. You got all this UFO stuff, Phoenix lights, a lot of UFO info here at this gas station. Here's then the Betty and Barney Hill story. Franconia Notch, which we're right next to, so that would be right in here. And we're going right up here to the radar base. And we'll be moving up this way into northern New Hampshire and western Maine. There's your UFO stuff. Pretty cool. Got it really all over the walls here. A lot of UFO stuff everywhere. Notch Express. First close encounter of the third kind. There you go. Alien stuff everywhere. Here's the marker for the Betty and Barney Hill abduction story, which happened just along this road, the Franconia Notch, which is right up that way. We've got the Indian Head Resort here, where you have Indian Head Formation. You can't see the mountain, but it's here. So what's cool is the radar base that we're going to, of course, is connected to Betty Barney Hill story, at least. So if you watched my episode of Strange Places, UFO Secrets of East Mountain, talks about how the radar base had that sighting of a UFO the same night in 1961, a few hours before Betty and Barney Hill claimed to have their abduction story. So check that out. So, you know, we're a couple hours away from the base, but I mean, it's only 30 air miles basically in that direction. So that is the kind of Betty and Barney Hill marker here. And if you're coming to Franconia Notch, definitely check it out on your way up next to the Indian Head Resort. We're here at the radar base. This is the lower base now. We got a little bit of snow on the ground already, so I'm imagining it's going to be snowy up there. This is about mid-October, so very early snow. You can see the base is right up there. See the two towers. Just kind of going to check it out, see how much snow there is, how doable this is going to be. Hopefully we can drive up. If not, we're going to have to hike. We're going to have to hike up, which won't be ideal. I mean, this isn't bad snow either. What do you think, dude? Pretty weird, huh?
This isn't even the main section, right?
No, this is just the lower base. Wow. Here we go. Get in that garage. Yeah, it's just like they would park the truck here, and you'd be able to work on it underneath, or a vehicle, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love the energy.
Going in.
Hit my lip.
Don't touch the walls, because this is all asbestos. So hold your breath the whole time in here. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's definitely the best building down here, huh?
Yeah.
The one called the asbestos. Yeah, that's where asbestos.
So yeah, here you go. Here's the gym.
The nicest building down here.
You guys ready to head up to the base?
Oh, yeah, so ready.
Let's see what it's going to be like, how this drive's going to be up, huh?
Let's do it.
Here we are. How cool.
This is ours for tonight.
Only middle of October, and there's already plenty of snow up here. See, it adds like a kind of cool mystique to the base. Snow all around it. I'm sure with the drone it's going to look ridiculous. This is my favorite view of the tower from inside this old mess hall. I don't know what this would have been. Somebody cut up some trees. Just got that cool look through there.
The sun is just melting it all, and then it'll freeze again tonight. I want to get hit in the head with that. How chewy?
All right, let's go.
This is it.
This is it. Careful. A lot of snow falling. Got to get in there and not get wet.
Oh, I'm put some water down my back.
Yeah, I got some.
Dude, the snow makes it look so cool. Oh, it's so cool.
Here's the beginnings of your view.
Let's do this.
It was a small dog.
Yeah, if you're taking a meeting, so I'm gonna hold it.
So I'm testing out this new flashlight. 7,000 lumen. This is full power right now. Wow. That works really well. Wow, so this gives you an idea for how much snow fell here. It's a good amount. It's a few inches. Here you go. What do you think, Lucci?
This is something.
Wow, we're up. Made it up. Amazing. It's a little snowy now. Very different than how we've seen it previously. You can see In the distance there's Mount Washington in the presidential range. That is Franconia Notch, so that's where the alleged Betty and Barney Hill abduction happened. And of course this is the location then where the radar tracked it. Could have been one of these radars beneath us. View is just to die for up here. Foliage is just down, so we're up here in the snow zone. Towers have a little bit of snow on them. Put this up last time, but we've got our got a Slav Squatch sticker right there. We're gonna go explore down to the other towers and see if we can't find the down radio tower. So this is part of an antenna of some kind that's been crashed now in the woods for God knows how long. Look at that. Yeah, here's the whole antenna.
Holy shit.
You see it?
No, I didn't.
Whoa.
I was like right up on it.
Whoa.
Because you're like, oh, there's the antenna. I'm looking around. You could have climb up this if you wanted to.
It's pretty cool. Watch out for holes in the ground, by the way. That dripping, a lot of drippage going on. We're now on the second highest tower, the one that affords, in my opinion, the best view of the base itself. So, because you can see the other towers. Now that highest tower definitely has the best view in general, but this one is not bad either. See just how cool it is. Here's our setup, little tents, trucks, and we are in the shadow of the big tower. Another tower to the side, so we're right in between the two towers. No orcs though, huh? We're up here catching the sunset. One of the best places in all of New England to get to the sunset. Where else can you see into Vermont? New Hampshire, Canada. One goes up, one goes down. It's very hard to beat this location, truly. Truly the best location in New England. Here's our setup, right in the shadow of the tower, and we got this awesome rope light we've hung over here. So what we're in the process of making right now is we're got Mike browning up some beef. We're gonna make a dish that I really like, which is a Korean style spicy beef dish. So the ingredients in this are, we've got some gochujang sauce. That's one of them. We've got a little bit of soy sauce, some garlic seasoning, and then some hot honey. That's what I like to use instead of brown sugar. Green onions going at the end, and we got rice. It's gonna be badass. Oh, yeah. All right, so we got the Montana Knife Company knife that was sent to me by that guy Goldie. Really awesome, appreciate it. We're gonna try it now to dice up some green onion. We got these guys, that's the trash.
You know, there's two small blocks. They block. We get a little block of gold in. That's
Wow, that cut pretty good.
Let's fuck up there. Keep it on 100%.
There we go. All done.
Good job, thanks, man. Easy clean.
Just gotta make sure nothing flips over or comes out.
Run this under the.
What's the verdict, Mike?
Dude, on fire.
It's that Korean beef on rice.
Outstanding.
Luca?
Spicy kick.
It's great, but my lips are on fire.
Yeah, it's a little spicy. Brian,
What's that?
what do you think? The meal.
Fabulous.
Good?
Fabulous.
Good.
Hit the spot.
Glad to hear that. Definitely a cold night last night. Very windy. You got metal creaking and stuff up here. Full on winter camping conditions, but beautiful morning so far. Tried to wake up for the sunset, but it was just too cold and didn't really have the motivation to climb all the way up to the tower to see it. So we're kind of gonna pack up some of our stuff and then maybe go up to the tower one last time and then go down to the lower base, have some breakfast there. We want to enjoy the sights up here one more time. It's such a gorgeous day, so always so cool to be in a place like this. What'd you think, man?
Never been anywhere like this before in my life, so.
What do you think? Is it like a top 10 location?
I wouldn't say top 5, top 3 maybe.
Wow, yeah, it's awesome. Hard to beat.
Yeah.
Right, Chewy?
It's like one of a kind, man.
Chewy's got his little vest on. Come here. Come here. Am I gonna get that Chewy hug? Chewy hug. No? Well, on video, not gonna get it. Chewy hug, come on. Oh yeah, there's a Chewy hug. Woo, there's a Chewy hug. One last glimpse up here. We're gonna fly the drones a bit, do some cool smoke grenade stuff, and just take it all in. Because after this, we're moving on to a different area of North Country. So we're in Vermont now. We're gonna be going right there. There's New Hampshire. Those distant mountains in the distance is Maine. So we're gonna be New Hampshire today and tomorrow, Maine tomorrow, and yeah. Alright, so what do we got here?
Smoke grenade.
Micro smoke. It's not really a grenade, it's more like a smoke thing, but
3, 2, 1.
don't. Put it down.
Might be a little windy. Anti.
Oh, that looks cool. We need an extraction. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Set them down. Made it off the mountain. That was ran into a car. They were about to go through the water crossing. That was bad. It would have been bad if they had gone up and we got stuck. Who knows what you'd have to do to try to get reversed, find a place to hide. I don't know. It would have been a mess, but it was an epic night. You know, base is up there, lower base is here. We're gonna move on now because the epic Northwoods road trip must continue. Going back into New Hampshire now, and then Maine after that. So this is going to be awesome. Chewy's got the right idea. Huh, buddy? Huh, buddy?
Living.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Man.
There we go.
That's the morning pick right there.
Oh, big stretch, big stretch. Oh yeah, soak up the sun, bro. What do you think? Am I good? Do I have enough clearance? Park the truck here in the garage. Got the little bay. If you want to go under to work on it. Next up, we headed into northern New Hampshire's Cote County to visit one of the most scenic locations in this part of the Great Northwoods, called Dixville Notch. We're in beautiful Dixville Notch State Park, about to go up this crazy trail that goes straight up. Our goal is to get to Table Rock, which is a jagged rock formation like this one. That isn't exactly the one we're going to. The one we're going to is just behind these trees. You might be able to see it up there. It's in the shade, in the shadows, but that's it right there. That's where we're headed. But we made it up side trail here on Table Rock, Dixville Notch. One of the coolest hikes in all of New Hampshire. You liked it? Legit, huh?
Awesome, man.
Here's your view. Right near the edge. People with fear of heights don't watch this. All the way down in there. See our vehicles right there. Way down, so we just hiked up basically right through here. Very steep hike, just go straight up, but it's the easiest and best way up here. A lot of fun too. Just sheer rocks everywhere. That's Table Rock for you. It's the abandoned Balsams Resort. Went out of business and it's been falling apart. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing with it, but it's pretty well abandoned at this point. We got the truck set up here and there so we can cook on the back. We got this cool little area. Moose tracks right at the entrance, so there's definitely moose around here. Got some beautiful hills. This is a beautiful part of New Hampshire. All right, Brian, what are we doing? What are we doing for dinner here tonight?
Oh, home fries and onions.
Nice.
A couple pounds of bacon. And about 9 eggs.
So we're doing eggs. Breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner.
Love it.
You know, I'm gonna go. What you guys do? I'm gonna go get that recorder.
Alright. How far? Oh yeah, we guys went down. Pick it up after we head out.
Do a little bit of droning here. Find, see if we can see any moose or wildlife from the air. Still some foliage up in the hill up here. Pretty nice. Beautiful meadows up here. It almost looks like reminds me of areas in the Pacific Northwest. There's some. It looks like there's some areas up here that have been logged. You get some of the secondary growth here. No moose or wildlife this time on the drone. We'll just keep trying. We're going to be trying in Maine as well. So hopefully we can find something. Luck of the draw. Last year we saw 3 and they were within a few thousand feet of our camp. So just pure luck when you're searching through vast areas like this for wildlife. mountain here. We've got these wind turbines up here. Very loud. You can hear it. Almost sounds like an airplane going by. Kind of surprising. We just made a stop here at Cote in Errol, New Hampshire. One of the coolest shops, pretty much in the middle of nowhere here, but it's like a local Cabela's Bass Pro type deal. A lot of cool stuff. We just grabbed some ammo so we can do some extra shooting tomorrow. Extra supplies. They got food, they got a convenience store, everything. So it's like you basically come through here, a lot of other stuff in the area. So you stock up here with gas, food, everything you need, and then you continue on the wilderness. So Cote is definitely a cool place to check out if you're in Errol. They got an awesome gun shop, lots of cool stuff to see. I found some pretty neat stuff, so definitely check it out if you're in the area. We are now on the trail to Garfield Falls. It's a short hike from parking, but you're in the middle of nowhere, Cote County, New Hampshire. In my opinion, coolest waterfall in the state of New Hampshire. You're about to see why. Just a magnificent little hidden gem up here in the great Northwoods. There's the falls down in there. Steep trail heading down. There it is, Garfield Falls. So fun fact for you, that part of the waterfall up there is actually one of the intro shots I had for the old Sasquatch Out of the Shadows intro video. With the nature scenery, I got this drone shot going right here up into there. So if you go back to that intro, that's where I got it, was right here with that shot with the drone. Chewy's already enjoying the water, huh?
Yeah, it's lovely. I got a nice drink, ice cold.
Yeah, I swam over here one year when it was summertime. You going in, man?
I'm going in.
Wow.
Woo!
It's gonna be brutal.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
You gonna jump in, or what are you gonna do?
We'll walk over to this part over here.
Diving in? Go to that other big rock right there. Yeah, jump in from there.
Oh, it's freezing, dude. Alright, here we go. Woo! Ah!
Chewy, you're getting me all wet. That it?
Gotta feel refreshed though. Rejuvenated.
After this, we crossed over the border into western Maine and onto the remote logging roads surrounded by vast amounts of endless forest and hills. Upon finding an area to hang out, we began hearing something large moving in the area around us, being on high alert for moose. What'd you hear over there, man?
Just branches crashing.
Could be anything.
Chewy took off.
Yeah, he's focused in on that area. Chewy, can you tell us what you're hearing?
He's like, shh, I'm busy.
Shh. Guys, stop moving for a second.
There it is.
So here's our setup. We are kind of in a logged out area. Chewy's hearing something still over there. Setting up right here. Got some mountains in the distance. It's a nice spot. Alright, so Chewy's still just fixated on this area. We just heard a vocal up there. Very weird. What do you guys think it sounded like?
We all thought it sounded like a human vocalization. Like
It was
that,
like a oh.
and but it stayed at that tone.
Weird.
Sounded like a guy doing a call. Like the vocal range sounded human.
Yeah.
It's after shooting light, so hunting should be over right now. Unless someone's illegally doing some stuff, doing a moose call. Maybe it's a weird moose call. I mean, we really don't know what it is, so.
Yeah.
But we've got thermals. We've got our sixth sense in Chewy. His eyes are peeled, as you can see. He is just focused on that area. He just hasn't moved from that spot. What's going on? What are you cooking up for us?
We got today. We got the bare essentials.
Yeah.
Caramelized onion, burgers with some seasoning,
Some dogs.
and some good old dogs.
Woo! Chef Brian in the house.
Whoop whoop.
So what do we got going over here, Mike?
Just making some mac and cheese.
Look at that. Look at that. Mix that up.
Smells really nice.
Oh, look at that. That's crazy. Camping mac and cheese. Better than most mac and cheese. Sweet corn.
Still got more cheese to add.
Out of yours, so about like equally. Well, I don't know about equally.
Look at that cheese.
Not too much.
That's good. Hey, so look at this again. Chewy has been sitting in the car for a while. We just finished eating dinner. He came out and immediately, look at that. Again, he's smelling whatever's out there, and it's the same direction he's looking in. Out towards that where we heard the vocal from. Same thing. I've never seen him like this. He's on alert. What do you hear, Chewy? Can you just tell us? We left an audio recorder out that night, and this is some of what it captured. Mike ended up emailing the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife to inquire about the vocalizations. This was the response of one of their biologists. Very faint audio, but when the location is considered, I would lean towards a cow moose calling for a bull. It is the latter part of the moose rutting season, and they can make a lot of noise. Listen to it multiple times, as there is always a chance, again considering location, that it could be a wolf, but I think that is less likely for this clip. Very much like what we suspected overall, likely explaining that first vocalization we heard as well. Take a little walk at a camp, go down this road where we heard this vocal from. Lucci and I tried to go a little bit last night, but it was kind of super muddy and watery. We didn't know what it looked like. So we're gonna check it out in the daytime. We've scoped it out with the drone now. Might as well check it out. There's nothing back here. Just all where like logging equipment was moved through here. So the road really ends right there. Just kind of continues on this way. Tons of moose tracks and things along the way here. I walked a ways down here and started getting pretty mucky like this.
Did you do a knock or hit something loudly?
No, we didn't do any kind of knock. No, we didn't do any kind of knock. We were just recapping. We're walking through the woods and talking.
I think I heard a knock coming from the direction of the vocal.
Okay. Seriously? Like how loud?
It wasn't too loud, but it was a pretty distinctive knock.
Dang, dude. Well, if you could try to find my audio recorder in the truck, you should get that audio rolling. Dude, what the? So, he's hearing a knock back at camp, so we have audio rolling now. We didn't catch that again. Bro. Brian's happy. I mean, it's just weird. It's like he heard it. We're moving, so we can't hear anything.
No.
All right, let's go over there where Chewy's at. Let's keep walking
Step
this.
in this pile. This is like quicksand.
Yeah, you don't want to step in this mud. Hey, Luca, can you describe to me again the knock? Like, how is it compared to ones you've heard before?
I'm not sure. I mean, it could have been a gunshot, but it didn't sound quite as loud as a gunshot.
And it was from the direction we were in.
Up the hill where the vocal came from. I'm not sure if you went that way, but...
No, we're like going on the side of the hill on that road. Okay, thanks, man. It's all moose. Very fresh moose scat. Chewy just rubbed himself there and I can see his hairs on it. They could have been here like 20 minutes ago. So we just heard a gunshot. So we just heard that gunshot. You said you heard it too?
Yep.
Did it sound at all like what you heard earlier?
It was definitely louder. So if it was a shot, the first shot was somewhere else.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because this was definitely distant from us even, this shot. Very desolate out here. There's not a lot going on. Well, we didn't see any moose this trip yet. Still got the drive back. Didn't see any moose on the drone either today or yesterday. Had that weird vocal. Luca heard what may have been a knock. Could have been a gunshot though. Probably more likely, but you never know. Overall, it was definitely an interesting time here in Western Maine. After this, we're heading back into New Hampshire. Heading home from there as the journey comes to an end on day 4. On our way back through northern New Hampshire, we made one final stop to a pretty cool location known as the Nansen ski jump. So we're at the Nansen ski jump. We're going to attempt to go up, check the ramp out from a little closer, maybe fly the drone around it. Can't really see it from the bottom of the hill here, but it's a straight up climb. This should be a bit of an ass kicker for a little while. Is it so far? It's the little Nansen. Not a bad view. Oh, there it is.
Alright? Yeah.
It's huge. Whoa. Made it. That's crazy. That's nuts. The top of the Nansen ski jump. Wow. It is crazy being up here. Very scary. The whole thing's wobbling. Good drop. Boy, is that cool. Look at that. Wow, amazing. Time for the fun part, getting down. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed seeing some of these amazing places in the Great Northwoods. These areas can be very rugged and remote with little cell service. So if you choose to explore the Great Northwoods, do so with caution and be prepared.